Good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to UBC Lunchtime News. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukomwa, and we'll go straight to what we have for you this afternoon. Members of Parliament have called on the people in northern Uganda to embrace the opportunity of the first of its kind regional parliamentary sitting that is going to be in their place, aiming at addressing and showcasing pressing issues in the regions of Acholi, Karamoja, Lango, and West Nile. This call comes ahead of the regional parliamentary sittings in Gulu that will start tomorrow.
Really move and arrest the youth, the noob youth. So that was uncalled for, and I pray that for the peaceful sitting of our people in Acholi, let all those youth be released immediately. They have done no wrong, and I see no problem at all. And let people's view be accommodated. The speaker should have paid a courtesy call to the Bishop of the Anglican, the Catholic, from Lango, West Nile, and Acholi. Let the Right Honorable Speaker and the government have the clear pictures of the problems being affecting the people of northern Uganda. I pray that he should pay those visits.
It is beyond the activities is for a quarter. So the whole of this quarter has been focused on work. Work is West Nile, Acholi, Lao, and Karamoja. So when you ask me about the order paper, what I'm consulting now with the Speaker and also with the Clerk to Parliament, the issues that people have been raising in West Nile, in Acholi, in Lango, and in Karamoja are too many that you cannot accommodate them in the order paper. The best to do that I want to have in this meeting at 3 p.m. is to make sure that they should give us time day one for Karamoja, Acholi, Lango, and West Nile to raise their issues in the sub-regions that has been there and not answered, and those that have just come now. That would be very good if we are given that time, day one. And then day two is when we can receive the committee's report.
Some few days back, Yelo was also convicted by Ugandan court right here in Gulu. And the victims of Yelo are not going to be compensated. So, the decision by the ICC and the Ugandan justice system is going to bring confusion in this country. Those who are not going to be compensated, they are going to feel annoyed. And we feel that this government must have to develop some kind of trust fund, transitional trust fund, money to be, actually, government must look for money to make a comprehensive compensation for all those who have been affected by wars, by violence in this country. And I think there is need for special attention to be taken by the Minister of Health regarding the issue of mental challenges in northern Uganda. Another issue is the forgotten children, the northern children. They have for sure been forgotten by the government of Uganda.
And what I wonder that the first regional sitting is coming to Gulu and to Acholi region in particular. So let's embrace this. This will give us the opportunity to, first of all, showcase our preparedness as the people of, northern region. We have so many issues as the people of Acholi that has been attended to. So if the issue of Acholi warded claimants can be handled once and for all, these claimants should be paid. They should reap from what they lost during the insurgency. To me as a leader, that will melt my heart with joy.
From northern Uganda expressing their gratitude and readiness for the sittings that start tomorrow. UBC TV has a team there already and will keep you posted. Makerere University College of Health Sciences through School of Biomedical Sciences has organized a 2-day flagship project to assess the progress and showcase the latest advancements in 2 critical projects of manufacturing of medical devices. The event was organized under the theme Landscaping Medical Devices Regulatory Processes for Uganda to support local innovation, production and translation.
Makerere University College of Health Sciences through School of Biomedical Sciences have showcased 2 medical devices aimed at translating capacity for the country to support local innovation, production and translation. The event brought together key stakeholders including industry experts, regulatory authorities, innovators within the medical device sector to elaborate and discuss strategies for enhancing the regulatory landscape for medical devices in the country.
We are trying to see, do we have the capacity to develop these innovations locally? Can we have them manufactured? Can we take them through the regulatory systems in the country? We are working together with different regulators. We are working together with the National Drug Authority. We are working together with the National Council for Science and Technology and the different research institutions that we have in the country in supporting us to see how best can we have these innovations translated on the market.
The 2 medical devices include Kisut and Levy CPAP projects, as the biomedical expert explains.
Why are we innovating this? We are trying to come up with a substitute to the current highly expensive laparoscopic towers that we have. They are really so expensive, hundreds of millions, but we are able to come up with such an innovation to a cost that is around 10 millions. Okay, that's where we are still for the cost of manufacturing this, just the material. Yeah, so this innovation will be used by surgeons to actually be able to carry out different surgeries, to see inside the abdomen, okay, of the different patients that actually need to have their tumors taken out, or that need to have examination later. So CPAP provides a positive airway pressure for those who are unable to actually to breathe well. So this device originated from Leeds University. However, because of the work that we've been doing at Makerere in terms of trying to translate these medical devices, they recommended that they came to us to partner with us to support them in terms of manufacturing this device.
Biomedical experts are calling upon the government to tax exempt their raw materials for their medical devices, which will aim to provide access to affordable and gasless laparoscopic surgery in Uganda.
Many of you and the regulators will know that we don't have medical device manufacturers in the country. We import a huge number of these medical devices into the country. There are some that we are manufacturing. The good thing, we have support, like from there are companies which are coming up, like for gloves and condoms, to have them locally manufactured. But for the other medical devices which could save lives, we actually don't have any. So the journey has really not been a smooth one, because there are no people to learn from. There are still issues of taxes as we bring in this to test these raw materials. Taxes are still stamped on some of these raw materials. And our prayer is that some of these raw materials coming in for R&D, if they can be tax exempt, I think it will save it will save even more babies.
Manufacturing is relatively new in Uganda, and we're in the process of obtaining the necessary regulatory requirements to make sure that the devices we produce can be used here in Uganda, but can also be used everywhere.
Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
Minister of State for National Guidance Godfrey Kabyanga has officiated at the Rotary Western Mega Fellowship in Kasese District. The event unites Rotarians to address community issues with focus on biodiversity and environmental conservation. The theme emphasized the crucial role of Rotarians in promotion and safeguard of natural environment.
So Rotary has taken it as a priority to work so hard to preserve, but also to continue to restore our environment. And we have started a tree planting campaign, and it has been coded Mission Green, but also Plant Your Balance. And we will be planting trees in every area of the region. We are using schools, we are using health facilities. We are working hand in hand with government, and during the course of the year we shall be planting trees. So today we shall, having concluded the fellowship bit of it, and we have discussed so many things and heard so many speakers about environment, we are going to plant trees, I think over 1,000 trees along Portal Road as a way of kickstarting the Plant Your Balance and Mission Green campaign.
And if we don't protect it, then we shall be in trouble. And to be sincere, it can satisfy all our needs as human beings. But the biggest problem is greed. people want more than what they deserve, basically what they deserve, and then they overstrain the planet Earth, Mother Earth. But Rotary has been into that movement. We have planted trees as Rotary International, and we have held conferences and workshops on environmental conservation. So for us, conserving the environment is one of the objectives of Rotary, and we shall continue doing that.
Muslims have been urged to embrace government programs that are not against Islamic laws, such as payment of interest rates. This was in a message by Minister for Kampala Metropolitan, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, while officiating at the 10th celebrations of Busika Muslim Senior Secondary School in Luweero District, where she commended investors in the education sector for complementing government efforts, especially within the education field.
Government programs are very vital, especially to the social and economic growth of Ugandans, so they are encouraged to continue embracing them without discrimination and politicizing them.
Njagala basomesa y'akantu kamu era abaseeka ke bajja ne basomesa ne batusomesa mu cabinet. Ssente za PDM ozeewola naye bw'oba ozizaayo ng'okosa shari gundani ozizayo mu nkola y'obusiraamu Islamic law nga temuli muliba era gwe bagamba kubanga ffe tumanyi nti ssente z'okwewola ozeewola okkirizibwa naye bw'ogamba nti Islamic banking gy'oliko mugabana amagoba ge muba mufunye.
Kabanda was officiating at the 10th University celebrations of Busika Muslim Senior Secondary School in Luweero District and commended the investors in education for promoting government programs, especially in education. She, however, cautioned parents in this holiday against disowning the responsibilities of their children and urged them to begin from where the teachers have stopped in nurturing the learners. The NRM 2021 flag bearer in Luweero District, Sisi Murondo, commended the Ministry of Education for introducing the new national curriculum, which is timely for the young generation, especially in this era of the competitive job market.
Vocational schools ntindi naye government yaleeta curriculum okugaziwamu n'eteekamu ne vocation. Abaana baffe bayigirayo enviiri okutunga okubajja n'okwokya ebimu. Kinakuwaza omwana okoma mu senior four ate omuzadde n'omutwala ayiga enviiri ate ze yayiga edda. Abaana tubakumire mu ssomero naffe tulabe ku diguli ezirina ebyemikono ezaayiga ebyemikono. Tulekerawo obuze bw'okukomyanga abaana ku senior four 57 tubatwala mu byamikono.
The function was attended, among others, the director Lukia Wamala, who commended government for enabling conducive environment for investors in education to support the education sector in the country.
Muyaga gwayita mu baana buli muzadde ddayo weetegereze. Essomero bwe likuyita nti jangu omwana yazize omusango. Don't defend. Nze abazadde bange olumu mbeera ku mmeeza n'enseka. Ate n'ebyo munnawe wakati abikola. Ate n'ebyo bakkiriza ffe bye tukugamba, we are never wrong. Omwana tetumuwalana, omwana tumwagaliza birungi. We are never wrong. We are never personal. Tetubeerawo nti ono yatulabikidde bubi tumuseeko olukongolo.
Lydia Chomkama and Fred Kasibante, UBC News.
The Directorate of Industrial Training at the Ministry of Education and Sports will conduct the full occupation assessment countrywide beginning with Wednesday 28th August of 2024. Over 12,000 candidates, among them were refugees, will be assessed. The Deputy Director in charge of assessment and certification, Dr. Michael Kumu, appealed to assessors and verifiers to be ethical and vigilant during the exercise.
And this assessment, this briefing is very important because we shall be guiding the assessors to go and conduct the assessment according to the regulations of the Director of Industrial Training. Of course, for all the assessment, we have to do the briefing. And we shall not just leave the assessors to go on their own without guiding them. And this also gives us the strength as DIT that as we continue to conduct the assessment, we will not leave everybody behind. The assessors and candidates must be briefed, and the candidates have already been briefed on Friday. As the Director of Industrial Training, we have been registering candidates from refugees areas and also host communities. And most of these candidates are coming from URDT, this is Uganda Rural Development Training Institute in Midwestern Uganda, almost taking 3/4 of the number of candidates, 2/3 of the number of candidates that we have registered. And also we have refugees and host communities, like in Kiradongo and other hosting communities where we have refugees. Refugees have been engaged in skill training, and we still go ahead to assess them so that they can start earning a living out of the training. And it is only through certification that we can give confidence in these refugees.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
MTN ekutosako papapatetuwa musonga katino kulo mukaganga satubulu mwezi guno gwa munana jangu kudamuzi wotakulaga backgrounds entunyumirwe ng'okuyingira kijja kuba emitwalo 2 naye tiketi wogigulira ku MTN momo ogifuna ku mutwalo gumu ye ya VIP ya mitwalo 3 katino nyiga *165*2 noti hash oba kozesa momo app weegulire tiketi yo ku MTN momo ku bei rahisi tosubwa abayimbi bonna ab'e Kampala n'ab'e Busoga papapate netegekeddwa Douglas Rwanga ne kutuusibwako MTN.
Together we're unstoppable.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Stake 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Stake 10. Sports Stake 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
The Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, together with the International Growth Center, will host the 8th High-Level Economic Growth Forum from Thursday 29th to 30th August 2024 at Serena Hotel, Kampala, under the theme Seizing Opportunities for Structural Transformation to Increase Productivity and Resilience. This forum will provide a platform for policymakers. Speakers will include officials from the government of Uganda, development partners, the private sector, academia within and outside Uganda, civil society, and to discuss the growth strategies that will propel Uganda to achieve inclusive and sustainable tenfold economic growth. The policy recommendations from this forum will feed into the financial year 2025-2026 National Budget Strategy. The forum will examine how Uganda can seize opportunities in tourism, mining and exports, urbanization, industrialization, manufacturing and financing options amidst the rising global interest rates, reduced capital flows, global protectionism, geopolitical tensions and risks associated with climate change. This event will be broadcast live on the Ministry of Finance digital media platforms. Physical participation is by invite only. Follow the conversation using hashtag 8EGFUG.
Uganda fire! Endiva fire! Abamboda fire! Uganda! Thank you for showing your fire! Has Nambole Stadium opened its doors once again? Fire! You are one movie in wet. You are the 12th player. When Uganda Cranes needed you the most. Fire! Through our famous wins, Mankunda and our unlucky losses, you stood firm, supporting even louder. Now, as Uganda Queens take on South Africa and Congo this September, South Sudan in October, and play our second legs against South Africa and Congo in November, bring even more fire! Because with your support, Uganda Queens is unstoppable! Uganda Fire! Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda Cranes. Together, we are unstoppable.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's now discuss, talk business. Uganda is a fast-growing economy. This has been attributed to the increased information flow. In terms of ensuring goods and services, the country is adopting with competition with big markets in the region and internationally.
Private sector stakeholders have emphasized the increased awareness about insurance and investment as crucial in empowering individuals to making informed decisions that secure their financial future and contribute to long-term stability. This was revealed during the launch of Theirs Living Free campaign by Jubilee Holdings Limited. The campaign highlights meeting individuals at their point of need by enhancing their understanding of investment and insurance solutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, wisdom does not come overnight, but I believe that we have a vital role to play in empowering individuals and families to make more informed financial decisions. With over 87 years of experience, we will dedicate ourselves to passing on the knowledge we have accumulated and the insights we have gained so far. Our goal will be to simplify the lives of our customers and the broader community, making the complexities of insurance and investment more understandable and accessible.
The campaign spreads to other East African countries including Tanzania, Burundi and Kenya respectively, addressing the lack of financial understanding that extends to health-related decisions, impacting the effective management of healthcare and access to preventive care.
We're excited to launch this campaign across our subsidiary, spanning Tanzania, Kenya and of course Uganda. This initiative reflects our commitment to enhancing financial and health securities across the East African region, ensuring that our comprehensive services reach every corner of the communities that we serve.
Financial literacy in East Africa lags behind more than developed regions, presenting significant challenges for both individuals and the broader economy.
Insurance is perceived as being complex, even intimidating sometimes. Words like premiums, deductibles, risk assessments can be quite alien, and many people may feel that insurance is a luxury to be enjoyed by a few members of the society. This may explain why we have gaps in coverage and a lack of financial protection, leaving individuals and families exposed to various vulnerabilities.
The 2021 Global Financial Literacy Survey indicates that Uganda financial literacy rate is at 34%, Tanzania is at 40%, and Kenya is at 38%. The deficiency in fundamental financial knowledge hampers individuals' ability to make informed decisions regarding savings, investments and insurance.
For 16 months, the war between the Sudanese armed forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces has caused untold suffering to Sudanese civilians and forced 10 million people to flee their homes, while another 25 million are facing acute hunger. Recent peace talks led by the United States in Geneva are also making little progress, as negotiators are only able to reach the Sudanese armed forces virtually.
With your findings on the impact of the war on children.
Well, this war has been devastating, particularly for young children. In almost every piece of research we do, we see children are particularly vulnerable to the impacts of this conflict. And that is evident in the use of sexual and gender-based violence against women and girls. We have documented cases of young girls being raped, including raped repeatedly, both in Darfur, particularly in the city of El Geneina, where sexual violence was targeted against members of the Masalit community, but also in Khartoum, Durman, and Bahri, where Human Rights Watch did work talking to providers of care who found cases of young girls being raped by RSF fighters. But it's not just, of course, sexual violence. Children's education has been interrupted. Their access to immunizations and regular vaccinations. The psychosocial impact of this conflict is undeniable. We've also heard reports of the use and recruitment of child soldiers. And I think perhaps most worrying of all are the famine conditions, which have been confirmed in Zamzam camp for internally displaced people in Darfur, where we know children are starving to death. We know that the indicators for malnutrition are sky high, and little kids, you can see it with their arms being measured with that very classic look of famine tape, are the ones who are bearing the brunt.
Now, Akshaya, as a result of this war between the Sudanese army and the rapid support forces, as you mentioned, millions of people are facing acute hunger and others are staring at starvation. What can be done?
In the world of sport, the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, that's FUFA, has entered the crunch stage of the final 8 at the FUFA Technical Center in Jeru in FUFA Cup competitions.
A goal scoring chance.
After a marathon around the country that involved 65 schools, the second edition of the Federation of Uganda Football Association's FUFA TV Cup is down to the last 8.
First goal for the FUFA TV Cup, second edition.
The teams are grouped with A having Naumali High School, Mengo SS, Mpanga SS, and Ingano High School. Group B has St. Charles Luanga Koboko, Jinja SS, Lango College, and Gombe SS. In the opening fixtures, Naumali High School has beaten Mengo SS 2-1, while Ngano High and Mpanga SS ended scoreless.
This game was tough, but both teams have played well, and the kids have performed well. And the next match, I think I will perform well. I think for my boys, I think it is their first time to be on the tough ground. Maybe I may say it disturbed them at first, but now I think they are going to improve.
The first game of the tournament is always very tricky, very many statistics in the game. So the way we played was not bad, because it was the first time we meet that team. It is not a simple team. As you know, we are in Giant 8. Every team you meet, it is a giant team. Every team you meet is a strong team, according to where it came from and how it came.
Action continues this Tuesday with St. Charles Luanga Koboko versus Jinja SS and Lango College facing Gombe SS. The tournament, that is run on the theme of excellence in academics and sports, will climax on 4th September.
District local governments across the country have been advised to borrow a leaf from Nyaxo to organize community sports galas in their respective districts as a way to promote and scout for local talent.
Mutaraga says district local governments, along with the government of Uganda, should prioritize promoting sports talent for international opportunities, helping the country tap into the growing global sports revenue. He also advised Ugandan athletes who wish to succeed to avoid arrogance.
Kugamba kuita oke babalufuna kibafunye ngababatane nga cyandi badekimye kati nganze ndi wano nagala ku sportinga muko kuzanya benyuzo kukala ko muri gere Kampala umupira basobola okufuna mwe twasoro kulya magale diba wano mu Africa umupira tunabagutwala ku bantu muri serious nenga mupira ati the source of income wamuli ane government so kwetera ku so ndoza ngamba tutandise bulungi era senga tusobola okufuna mwe sente nabana abana basobola okuyongera mu amaanyi basobola okuzanyira ku mwanga.
Nakaseke District LC5 Chairman Ignatius Chiwanuka Komu echoed Mutaraga's sentiment, stating that the district has identified sports as a key avenue for social and economic development. Komu added that sports also serve as a powerful tool for promoting unity and social cohesion.
Twagala district enyweredde wamu ezimbiddwa wamu nyete n'ekirala nga twekulakulanya by'emizannyo mutuwulidde kati tuli mipiira gino egy'amasaza tuzannya amasaza gaffe bulemezi ate tukola bulungi nnyo tebitugendedde bulungi yadde omwaka ogwaggwa twatwala ekikopo ekyamasaza naye nakakati bwe tunafuyemu tuteeka okudda obujja tutwale ate ekyabiri mu etaano.
The two-day knockout tournament attracted football and netball teams from 15 sub-counties and town councils within Nakaseke district. In Chikamulo sub-country, FC winning 4-2 in a penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw. In the netball finals, Semuto triumphed over Kapeka with a score of 21-15. The men's winning football team was awarded a bull and trophy, while the women's netball champions received 2 goats and a trophy for their efforts.
That brings us to the end of all we had for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you later in our other programs and news bulletins. Bye-bye.